Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have swatches to share with you from Hella Handmade Creations. This is for their December 2019 pre-order. I have approximately 17 nail polish items to share with you. First, let's get a little bit of background on what Hella Handmade Creations is. It's a collaborative website where indie makers get together and sell nail polish or bath and beauty items, and they have a theme each month. So they'll pick a theme that they run with for a couple months, like usually it's about 4 months, and each indie maker picks their own theme, and then they'll find inspiration photos that inspire them to make polishes based upon the theme, and then they put those up for sale for us to buy. And then some of them have caps, and what a cap is polish X will have only 100 bottles available. So once those 100 bottles sell out, it's gone and you can't get it anymore. These polishes are limited edition and they're limited to the Hella Handmade Creation website. So if you miss anything, they'll unfortunately not be available again for purchase. So if you like anything, especially if it's capped, be sure to head on in and grab it first. The Hella Handmade Creation pre-order runs from the 14th of every month through the 21st of every month. So the items will be available on their website, which I'll have linked for you down below in the description box for that time period. The pre-order period generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks. The makers go, and when Hella Handmade Creations website closes on the 21st, they get their order number and they make that many polishes and they ship it to the Hella Handmade Creations website headquarters in Hawaii, and then those ladies will pack up everything in your order and ship it to you in one neat package. I think I touched on all the details, so let's look at the swatches. The first polish that we're going to have a look at is Chirality Polishes, A Man in the Couch. It is going to sell for $11, and there is no cap. It was inspired by Rickety Cricket from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it is described incorrectly on the Hella Handmade Creations website that I'm looking at, but it's a black hollow. It's beautiful. It has a great formula. It goes on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. I had no staining, and nothing in there is going to be difficult to remove, so that's why I'm pretty confident that it's pretty much all hollow, maybe some flakes in there. I'm not 100% sure, but nothing in there is going to be difficult to remove, and a coat of glossy top coat makes it nice and shiny. Next up is Hammer to Fall by Colors by Llarowe, and it is going to sell for $11, and there will be 200 bottles available. This is the last polish in the Freddie Mercury series, and it is described as a top base multi-chrome that shifts from taupe to hot pink to green to gold with some scattered hollow. The formula on this was excellent. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. Nothing in there is textured, so your removal process will be easy. I used 2 coats and a glossy top coat for full opacity, and this one is so incredibly shifty. My pictures don't do it justice. It shifts like crazy. Head on over to my Instagram where I'll have a lot more photos to try to show you just how beautiful it is. Next up is from the Deeva, and it is called Flex in the City. I have to admit I love the name. It's going to sell for $14. There's no cap. It was inspired by Sex in the City, and it is described as a rouge color with an intense gold copper shimmer and a hollow running throughout with a little bit of hollow flake for an added touch. This had an excellent formula. It goes on smoothly and evenly. It stays right where you put it. Nothing in there is going to dry textured, so removing this will be very easy. Although I don't usually like pink colors, but this one I did not want to remove. This is beautiful. It just glows, and it is just the perfect kind of pink. So this was 2 coats of Flex in the City and a glossy top coat. Next polish is Venus from Ethereal Lacquer. It is going to sell for $12.50. There is no cap, and it was inspired by the planets. And it is described as a soft, shimmering, grayish periwinkle with a strong peachy shimmer and scattered hollow. This had a wonderful formula. It was a little bit thicker than I'm used to from Ethereal, but it's applied like a dream nonetheless. There was no issues. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. It reached full opacity for me in just 2 coats. Removal is very easy. Nothing in there is textured or going to be difficult to remove. So this was 2 coats of Venus and a glossy top coat. Next up is Desperation from Femme Fatale. It is going to sell for $14, and there's a 75 bottle cap. It is the last in their Stephen King series. So it was inspired by Stephen King, and it is described as a smoky redwood purple base with a bright chartreuse glow and an array of holographic flakes, and micro glitters. This had a wonderful formula. It went on very smoothly and evenly. It stayed exactly where I put it. The removal on this is easy. Nothing in there is going to be difficult to remove, and it dries fairly shiny, but I added a glossy top coat for added shine and protection. This is another one of those absolutely stunning polishes that was very unique to my collection. I honestly don't think I have anything with this combination, and it just glows on your nails. So this was 2 coats of Desperation from Femme Fatale and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Great Lakes Lacquer, and this is the Exiled Prince. It is going to sell for $13, and there is no cap. This was inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it is described as a darkened fiery red overflowing with orange to gold to green shifting iridescent flakes. This had an excellent formula. It went on very smoothly, very evenly. It stayed right where I put it. Those flakes will not be difficult to remove. They dried fairly shiny, but you're going to want a glossy top coat for some added shine. It was opaque for me in just 2 coats. It did not stain upon removal either, and I think this would make the perfect kind of holiday red polish. So this is 2 coats of the Exiled Prince and a glossy top coat. This next polish is from Kathleen & Co., and it is called From Dusk to Dawn. It is going to sell for $12.50, and there will be 75 bottles available. This was inspired by her Nature series, and it is a thermal polish that goes from blue to purple with Aurora Shimmer and Hollow. The formula on this was excellent. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. Nothing in there is going to dry textured, so nothing is going to be hard to remove. The thermal properties of it were very reactive. I had absolutely no trouble getting it to transition. It was very fun to play with. This is 3 coats of From Dusk to Dawn and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Lilypad Lacquer, and this is called I Will Name Him George. It is going to sell for $14, and there's no cap. This was inspired by Looney Tunes, and it is described as a white crelly with blue-green shimmer and blue-green multichrome flakes. This had an excellent formula. I started off with a sheer first coat and built to opacity in 3 with thicker second and third coats. That nothing in here is difficult to remove, and I actually have this swatch shown here without a glossy top coat, so it dries shiny all on its own, and that shimmer is very prominent. The maker asks that we show her polishes in its like natural state, so I don't use a glossy top coat for her, and it is still wonderfully shiny. So this was 3 coats of I Will Name Him George and no top coat. Next up is from LynB Designs, and this is Beef Jerky in a ball gown. This is going to sell for $13 and have 90 bottles available. This was inspired by the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and it is described as a creamy topped crelly with intense purple shimmer, hollow flakes, and blue to purple to pink to gold shifting UCC flakes. I'm really glad that these 2 fell next to each other in the alphabet, because I feel like people might think that they're similar, and seeing them back to back like this, you can definitely see that they're not. They have some of the same probably components like the flakes, but this has a very intense purple shimmer and the other one had a blue-green shimmer. This has a wonderful formula. It went on smoothly and evenly and was opaque for me in 3 coats. This does not have, well, this isn't going to give you any kind of problems upon removal. It will remove easily. That was 3 coats of beef jerky in a ball gown and a glossy top coat. Next up is Shiver from Nail Hoot Indie Lacquer. It is going to sell for $10.99, and there is no cap. This was inspired by the Nutcracker and the 4 Realms, and it is described as a light white gray linear hollow with an icy blue flash. This polish is beautiful. I swear it's probably my favorite polish in a while. I'm such a sucker for these almost white polishes, and this one with the blue flash, it's like a freshly fallen snow with like the sun twinkling on it. I just need to do snowflake nail art on it. It's just like begging for it. I think it would be the perfect base for any nail art. It had a wonderful formula. It went on smoothly and evenly. No problems upon removal. Very easy. This was 3 coats of Shiver and a glossy top coat. And this next polish is from Nailed It Polish, and it is Sally's Song. It's going to sell for $12.75, and there will be 120 bottles available. This is also the last polish in their Nightmare Before Christmas inspired series, and it is described as a colorless to teal thermal that is packed with red gold UCC flakes, scattered hollow, and a subtle red shimmer. The formula on this is excellent. It goes on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. Nothing in there is going to be difficult to remove or dry textured. The third coat that you're seeing me put on is more for the hot state because it's such a light color. I didn't need it in this cold state that you're seeing it swatched in, but I thought it might benefit for the nail line once it's hot. But this was 3 coats of Sally's Song and a glossy top coat. This next polish is from Night Owl Lacquer, and it is called Burn. It is going to sell for $12.50, and there is no cap. This was inspired by the TV series That 70s Show, and it is described as a rich glowing red that's filled with red, copper, gold UCC flakes with a touch of red to gold aurora shimmer. The formula on this was excellent. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. I did not have any staining. The removal process was also very easy. There are flakes in there, so it might have a slight bumpy texture, but it's nothing that is nothing in there that is crazy textured. It's overall very smooth. So this was 2 coats of Burn and a glossy top coat. Next up is Keep Your Temper from Pampered Polishes. This is going to sell for $12, and there will be 100 bottles available. It is inspired by Alice in Wonderland's Absalom the Caterpillar. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name. Or her name. I've never seen Alice in Wonderland. Sorry. You guys probably aren't surprised by the things that I haven't seen by now. It is a thermal polish that's described as a dusty denim when blue that goes to a green when warm. It is full of teal to blue shifty shimmer with hollow and iridescent microflakes. The formula on this is absolutely excellent. It goes on smoothly and evenly. It stays right where you put it. Nothing in there is going to be textured or difficult to remove. I actually swatched this one twice because I'm horrible and I never read the PR stuff that comes. I just swatch, and I swatched this one on a day where I was freezing, so I didn't catch that it was a thermal. So I got to swatch this twice, and each time it was wonderful. So this was 3 coats of Keep Your Temper and a glossy top coat. Next up is from Rogue Lacquer. This is Kelpy. It is going to sell for $12.50, and there will be 150 bottles available. This is the last in their series that was inspired by the fandom Fantastic Beasts. It is described as a green leaning aqua with scattered hollow and blue shimmer. This had a fantastic formula. It went on very smooth, very evenly, stayed right where I put it. I had no staining, and it is not difficult to remove. I was able to reach opacity in 3 coats. I started with a thin first coat and built it up to being fully opaque in 3, with a thicker second and a thicker third coat. So this was 3 coats of Kelpy from Rogue Lacquer and a glossy top coat. Next up is When Angels Fall from Sassy Pants Polish. This is going to sell for $12, and there will be 100 bottles available. This was inspired by the television show Lucifer and Lucifer Morningstar himself. This is described as a blackened eggplant purple holographic polish with magenta sparkles. The formula on this was absolutely excellent. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. It is not going to dry textured. Nothing in there is going to be difficult to remove. And I had no staining. This polish is absolutely beautiful. It's like dark enough to be maybe black from afar, but clearly not black when you're looking at it. It is just like the perfect purpley, like black shade. She hit the eggplant color right on the head with this. It's gorgeous. So this is 2 coats of When Angels Fall from Sassy Pants Polish and a glossy top coat. This next polish is from 77 Nail Lacquer, and it is called A for Anarchy. It is going to sell for $13, and there will be 100 bottles available. This is also the last polish in her punk rock inspired series. It is described as a black based hollow with silver holographic micro slices. The formula on this was wonderful. It went on smoothly and evenly. It stayed right where I put it. I was able to reach full opacity in just 2 coats. Those little bar glitter micro slices I didn't find them difficult to remove. They came off very easily, but this polish is beautiful. Those like little bar glitters, I never thought I would like a bar glitter, but they provided like such a gorgeous like sparkle I found it to be really eye-catching, and I absolutely loved this polish. So this was 2 coats of A is for Anarchy and a glossy top coat. And this last polish that we're going to look at today is from Shleee Polish, and it is called Simulation. It is going to sell for $13, and there will be 100 bottles available. This is also the last polish in her Lady Gaga inspired series, and the polish is described as being blue and green iridescent aurora shimmer in a blue-black tinted base. The formula is excellent. It stayed right where I put it. It did not run, did not pool. I had no staining. The removal process is also very easy. Nothing in there is going to be difficult to remove or be textured. So I was able to achieve full opacity in just 2 coats. So this is 2 coats of Shleee Polish's Simulation and a glossy top coat. That wraps up all the polishes that I have to share with you for the December 2019 Handmade creations. I will have their website linked down below. Don't forget, all of these go live on the 14th and they run through the 21st. Some of them had caps, so definitely go in for those first, because if they sell out, they'll be gone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what your favorite is, and if they all were your favorite like mine, because this month is absolutely stunning. There were so many beautiful polishes this month. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.